Welcome to one of the most visited cruise ship destinations in the world, Nassau Bahamas. Nassau is one of the most frequently visited cruise ports in the world. It ranks number 2 just behind Cozumel, Mexico. Nassau is the host of over 4 million cruise visitors each year. With this being a hotspot for cruisers, there are some things you should know about the Port of Nassau. Welcome to this port guide for first-time cruisers or for those who just want a refresher on the various cruise ports. I'm RacQuelle from MHFamilyAdventures, an avid cruising family here on YouTube. We absolutely love cruising and share all of our adventures on YouTube and social media. We cruise almost monthly and really enjoy exploring the world by cruise ship. I recently completed my 54th cruise since our family first started cruising in 2019. So I thought maybe it was about time that I share some of my personal knowledge and insight on some of these amazing destinations that we have visited over the last several years. If you love cruising or are curious about cruising, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, as our family releases a cruise vlog every Friday night, and we show you exactly what to expect while cruising by providing you with tips and tricks, some of the best shore excursions to take, information on accessible cruising, ship tours, and lots more. We have over 800 family and solo cruise videos on our channel, so if you're doing research on a particular ship, definitely check out our catalog to see if we've already sailed on that ship. But let's get into this port guide. Within this guide, I will share with you all of the following here, as well as give some of our own personal tips and tricks for navigating these cruise ports. Now, this is just part 1 of a lengthy series of port guides, so be sure to stay tuned and turn on that notification bell, as we will touch base on more ports within the Caribbean, Alaska, and even the Mediterranean. As I mentioned before, Nassau is a very popular destination in the Caribbean. In fact, if you are a regular cruiser, you've probably been to Nassau at least a dozen times because it is a common stop on short 3 and 4 night cruises. As a travel advisor, by the way, if you're looking to book a cruise, definitely reach out to us, as we own our own travel agency that focuses solely on cruises, Major Adventures Travel. But as a travel advisor, I always have clients wanting to book a 3 or 4 night cruise getaway and avoid going to the Bahamas. Keep in mind that probably 90% or so of 3 or 4 night cruises will ultimately visit a port in the Bahamas, whether it is Nassau, Bimini, Freeport, or one of the cruise line's private islands. You may also hear people say that there's nothing to do in Nassau, that the island isn't beautiful, and that you should just stay on the ship. Now, I'll be very honest, there are times where I believe you should stay on the ship, but that's only if you visited Nassau several times in the past and you are on a new cruise line or new cruise ship that you want to take advantage of less crowds while everyone else is off exploring the port. But if you are a brand new cruiser, you should definitely get off in Nassau, as it has many things to offer. Here's a quick overview of Nassau, Bahamas. So Nassau is just one of over 700 islands located in the Bahamas. Now, while only about 30 of these islands are inhabited, Nassau is the most popular. Approximately 400,000 people live on the island, which makes up about 70% of all the people living in the Bahamas. The official languages are English and Creole, and the currency is the Bohemian dollar. But no worries, there is no need to convert money, as they do accept US dollars and major credit cards and debit cards. I strongly encourage you to use either cash or credit while on the island, especially when exploring and purchasing from vendors. The Bahamas gained its independence from the British in 1973, and you can hear a lot about the history of this island by just taking a short walk away from the port. The climate there in Nassau makes it a perfect island to visit year-round, as it averages between 75 and 85 degrees year-round. If you want to avoid the hot and rainy season, then consider cruising anytime between November and April, and you will have the best chance for moderate temperatures and less rainfall. But no worries if you're cruising in the summer, because typically the downpours in the Caribbean are fast and the sun will get right back to shining. When you arrive by cruise ship to the Port of Nassau, there are a couple of things that you'll need to know or carry with you when you get off the ship. Be sure to always have your ship card or room key, as well as a government-issued ID for those 16 and older. You will need both of these to return back into the enclosed port area and get back on the ship. Your ship will provide reminders in your cabin as well as the morning of your port with what you'll need. Also be sure to carry cash or a credit card, your shore excursion tickets if you purchase any, a bottle of water, and maybe a light poncho or small umbrella in case of any rain. Also be sure to put on sunscreen and wear your sun hats and shades, as that sun in Nassau can be rather warm. I also personally recommend carrying some bug repellent, as you definitely don't want to have your cruise vacation spoiled by a couple of mosquito bites. Once you exit your ship, you'll be docked at one of 6 cruise ship berths. Now, as I mentioned, this is a very popular cruise port, and it can hold up to 6 ships and 30,000 cruisers on any given day. If you are on board a small ship, you'll be docked closer to the port entrance. If you are on one of the mega ships, then you may be docked further away. For those needing assistance, there are small trams and golf carts available complimentary, but it is customary to tip $1 or $2 for great service. Please keep in mind that these trams are primarily for those who require assistance due to limited or no mobility or other medical reasons. Please allow these guests the opportunity to use the shuttle first, as sometimes there can be a long wait. Also, returning to the ship, there are trams at the entrance of the port that are also available for guests requiring assistance. So what is there to do in Nassau? Of course, you can't visit the beautiful Bahamas without making a stop at one of its stunning beaches. Here are the top 3 beaches in Nassau as ranked by TripAdvisor. Number 3, Junino Beach. Now this beach is situated close to downtown Nassau, and it's one of the first beaches you will see from the ship when you arrive into port. Junino Beach is a lively and vibrant beach within walking distance from the cruise port. Be sure to check out our other videos linked in the description of this video on how to get to Junino Beach and what to expect during your visit. While at Junino Beach, you can enjoy swimming in the turquoise waters, beach volleyball, local food and drinks, as well as live music and entertainment. And here's a pro tip for you. If you prefer to have a more secluded beach option at the port, check out Serenity Beach, which is right next door to Junino. You can purchase a day pass to this beautiful beach that faces the cruise ship. Number 2, Cabbage Beach. Cabbage Beach is located on Paradise Island and is a well-known spot that is easily accessible by a short 5 to 10-minute ferry ride that costs about $5 per person. You can catch this ferry right at the entrance of the port terminal. Cabbage Beach is a perfect spot for swimming, snorkeling, and water sports. And number 1, Cabbage Beach. Cabbage Beach is one of the most famous beaches in Nassau. It's probably the beaches that you see when you see a brochure of Nassau. Here you will find some of the best all-inclusive resorts in the Bahamas, and at Cabbage Beach you will also find lots of vendors who provide jet ski rentals, parasailing, and other water sports. Cabbage Beach is a very short 10 to 15 minute ride or taxi ride from the cruise terminal. And speaking of resorts, you can even grab a day pass to one of the resorts located in Nassau at resortforaday.com. Some of these resorts, such as Margaritaville Beach Resort and Water Park and British Colonial, are within walking distance from the cruise ship, whereas others, like Baja Bay Water Park at Baja Mar, Breezes Resort Nassau, and Riu Palace are a short taxi or jitney bus ride away. And here are some other popular destinations within walking distance of the cruise port. All of these attractions provide a mix of relaxation, adventure, and cultural experiences, ensuring a memorable visit to Nassau. The Pirates of Nassau Museum is an interactive museum that brings the history of piracy in the Caribbean to life. This museum is perfect for families wanting something inexpensive and fun to experience in Nassau. At the time of this recording, the cost is $14 for adults and $7 for children. And if you want to experience more pirate-themed fun, then book a pirate ship ride through your cruise line, and you can take an entertaining ride that offers dancing, fun, and drinks. The Queen's Staircase is a historical staircase carved out of solid limestone by slaves in the late 18th century, which provided a connection to Fort Finn Castle. The staircase was named in honor of Queen Victoria in the late 19th century, recognizing her role in the abolition of slavery in the British Empire. This 66-step historical landmark is probably one of the most photographed spots in Nassau. Atlantis Paradise Island is a world-renowned resort with a large water park, aquarium, and casino. You can purchase day passes to enjoy its attractions. It's famous for its extensive marine habitats, unique water attractions, and stunning architecture. Many of the island tours that you can purchase through the cruise line, or ones that you can purchase once you get off the ship, will make a brief stop at Atlantis for a quick tour and maybe a stop at the casino. Blue Lagoon Island is a private island located in the Bahamas, and it offers a range of activities including swimming with dolphins, sea lions, and stingrays. Here you can also find water sports like kayaking, paddleboarding, and snorkeling. Blue Lagoon Island is a 30-minute ferry ride from the cruise port, and you can book your excursion with your cruise line or directly on Blue Lagoon's website. The most popular attraction at Blue Lagoon Island is the Dolphin Encounter Program, where visitors can safely interact and swim with dolphins. The Fish Fry is a collection of colorful restaurants and food stalls serving fresh Bahamian seafood and local delicacies. This is a very popular destination in Nassau where you can experience the local food and culture. Sample conch salad, fried fish, cracked conch, grilled lobster, and more. I promise you won't be disappointed. And last but not least, another popular destination there in Nassau near the cruise port is the world-famous Nassau Straw Market. This market is located right outside where the cruise port gates are, and you can shop for a wide variety of Bahamian handmade crafts and souvenirs. Now I know, if you've already been researching Nassau, you may have heard that the vendors near the port and at the straw market can be a bit pushy. Just know that you can push back and bargain to get a great deal while supporting the local economy there. Sure, there are souvenirs and crafts within the port gates, but why not support small local businesses? And in case you don't feel comfortable leaving outside the port gates, keep in mind that the Port of Nassau recently had a $300 million uplift with some significant changes aimed at enhancing the Nassau experience for cruise passengers. Here you will find new retail options, a welcome plaza, a transportation hub, bars, an entertainment venue, and even a Junino museum. So you can have an amazing experience in Nassau without even leaving the port gates. My personal recommendations for Nassau: first of all, get off the ship. Unless you have visited Nassau a handful of times, there is something for you to see, do, and explore. Personally, I enjoy spending time at Junino Beach or sampling rum cake from the best rum cake spot ever, the Bahamas Rum Cake Factory. For a new cruiser or first-time visitor to Nassau, I would recommend taking an island tour that will give you a brief overview of the island, take you to some historical landmarks, allow you to sample some Bahamian foods and rum, and just give you a chance to experience Nassau. If you have visited Nassau more than a few times, consider getting off the ship and having lunch and a drink at the popular Senor Frogs, or grab conch fritters or wings at Sharky's Bar and Grill, and take a dip in the cool water at Junino Beach. And if you want a bit more adventure, then consider taking a snorkeling tour or partake in one of the many water sports offered there. Nassau's rich history, vibrant culture, and stunning natural beauty make it a fascinating destination with something for everyone to enjoy. So definitely consider getting off the ship when you visit Nassau, even if it's just to explore things to do right there at the port. Be sure to leave a comment on this video to share with us what you did during your time in Nassau. And if you found this video helpful at all, please consider subscribing. And be sure to stay tuned for more quick port guides around the Caribbean, Alaska, and the Mediterranean. Happy cruising!